official. November 20th, Season 1 Arena Breakout Infinite is launching. It's going to come with changes anywhere from QOL to maps to guns, cosmetics, some audio adjustments, a battle pass even. So this video here will break down and showcase every change that I've come across so far. Friendly reminder, we're giving away access for the playtest in Season 1 preview here. It's available in Discord right up at the top. If you join the server, there's an ABI giveaways channel. All you need to do is react to the post. At the time of this video, there's one happening right now. We will be trying to give away as many as we can, so go check out our Discord. Let's jump into it. So this is the preview here to Season 1 and all of the details. November 20th is when Season 1 is going to go live. So this Season 1 preview playtest is going from November 7th to the 11th. Then that gives them about 8-9 days to kind of clean things up from this playtest. There's a ton of different content in this video that you're going to see, all things Season 1. Some of the ones that they wanted to highlight is there is going to be skins, there's new guns, there's weekly bundles, free gear bundles that they're going to do. There's a female operator. There's a free permanent reinforced case, the 1x2. They're going to give you that now that they kind of made that change in Season 0. They're partly way through. TV station, brand new map. It's actually much larger than I thought it was going to be. There is so many sight lines, and I honestly think it's going to get a little ratty. I think there's going to be a lot of people hanging out in like some corner with some nasty sight line once people start to learn it, and the metagaming might be pretty rough in TV station. I can already feel it in the playtest. We're going to showcase a map for the TV station for you guys to kind of get the general overlay. There's lots of different keys. I forget how many off the top of my head, but I think there was around 8 keys. Now, in terms of like the actual AI that you're finding in TV station, we were in Forbidden only, and some of these AI were actually outfitted with quite a bit of good gear. Anything from like MPXs to, you know, FALs to like some of the new guns and whatnot. And the ammo that you're going to find is going to be a lot of gold ammo. So anywhere from like A1 plus or 7N ammo, etc. So it did seem to be pretty lucrative in terms of some of the ammo that you're finding off the AI. The AI density wasn't as intense as Armory and TV Station so far. Maybe that'll change, who knows? I have heard that the TV station can have up to 3 boss scavs, which can be pretty kitted as well. So Armory is getting an expansion. So Armory was just the main POI to a much larger map. The one that we know right now from Season 0 will stay around, but they're going to keep that for events. So maybe like some content events, streamer events, whatever it may be, maybe a tournament of some sort. Because I do believe Armory is pretty well situated for something like that. However, we're going to get the Armory expansion. We haven't been able to showcase it quite yet on November 20th. I think we do get a sneak peek on the map as well, but they wanted us to look at the TV station first. So Armory, this is kind of what you're looking at. This is the outer wall. So this is the full map to Armory, and you can see Armory is the POI, the main POI over here. So there's going to be a lot to kind of traverse through, and then you got your 2F, your 1F, and your basement, which is much the same as we're familiar with. So this is kind of the adjustment. And then Farm and Valley, they're going to get 2 different modes here. Farm is going to get a storm. Valley is going to get a fog. There's kind of events, so to speak. So this is kind of what we're used to right here, looking at these menus. On the left-hand side, you can go down to the limited time event. And within here, this is where you're going to see that. Now, the special op, it looks like you need a ticket required, equipment value required, but I'm not 100% sure. This might be something that they're working on. It looks like a hurricane mode, potentially. Not 100% sure on this one, so maybe we can get some comments on the video if people know more details about that, maybe from the mobile side. But what we do know is the storm warning, which is on the farm. And that's just going to be rain, that type of weather event, so to speak. And then Valley Fog, they also showcased a preview video on this. Who knows how thermals are going to react with all of this? Everybody knows my opinion on thermals. However, regardless, Valley is going to have a fog event. So these are things that you can queue into specifically. Those are kind of the maps in a nutshell. Guns will be detailed in this video. We speak about all of the guns. This is just showcasing the T-03, the Vector, 9 and 45 in the MDR, but there's a few more guns there that we spoke to. There is a Battle Pass, the ranking with pretty much the same as before, with being able to buy things off of the rank store. There's also Battle Pass points, which also has a Battle Pass store. And then there's also skins. There's a female character. Now, here's the thing with the female character that I want to make a mention on. When I spoke to the ABI team, they did say that the hitboxes are the exact same. However, if you look at the actual model, the model side by side looked smaller So even if the model is visually smaller, but the hitbox is not, that's still an advantage. You think about peeking certain corners and whatnot. If your physical body is smaller, even if the hitboxes are the same, if it's visually smaller, that gives you an advantage. So something to keep in mind when you're choosing your operator. And yes, you will be able to change from male to female in the event that you want to change, which I will be changing to a female operator. Now there is season tasks that will just be blasted periodically, much the same as some of the things that we've seen before with the different events and whatnot. There is going to be cheater compensation coming in season 1. The cheater compensation, the way that it'll work is that if a cheater account has played 100 games and you were killed on game 2 of that cheater account and he finally gets flagged for a ban, now the ban for cheater compensation has to be a 10-year ban, not a 1 day, not a 7 day, not a 1 month. It has to be the 10-year ban. If it is a 10-year ban, what it does is every single time that you join a game, your value of the kit is screenshotted. They have that details in the back. So it will scan the entire account, see what that account had killed, and then the people that were killed by that account will then get compensated with coin based off of the value of their kit. So if I went out with a 300k kit, I would receive 300k back. So they'll give you the value of your 300k plus a bonus on top of that. It's an inconvenience fee. It's an inconvenience bonus. So I don't know how much, if it's 330, 10%, something like that, who knows. Now, talking about the T7, you guys know my opinions on T7. I think they're really bad for the game. I think you can find other creative ways to have money dumps within the game. I think T7 just trivializes most map viability, and I just think that they're terrible for the game, especially the fact that there is no counter, whether it be some sort of stim to reduce your heat map or a ghillie suit to, you know, counter nerfs. I don't care. Something needs to be countered on it because I just think it's really bad for not only the new player experience, but honestly, playing some maps are just complete ass, and having to deal with that stuff in like 80% of the games, especially in Forbidden and whatnot. However, the T7 is getting a nerf. The nerf is that you will not be able to put that in your protective case, meaning that if you bring it out, you cannot put it in your reinforced case or whatever case that you have. Whatever your opinion is, that's what's happening with the tier 7. And like I said, with the cosmetics, there's going to be a variety of them. We go through that in the video, you know, anywhere from patches that you can put on your gear to the actual guns, skins, or your knives or your gloves. It looks like they did decrease the minimum memory and GPU requirement. So 12 gigs and 2 gigs respectively. So they're looking at optimizing more. Now, I did hear that they're getting a grenade rework, like the GHO nerf and all that. I haven't played around with it enough to really see how extensive that is quite yet. As we know, grenades are pretty strong in general. Either way, they got a lot of functions in the game that they've added into the season with like bankruptcy protection, some like free kits that they have. They're called quick kits. These are the basic. We talk about this in the video. We'll go a bit more into detail. I think if you do play the game though, the battle pass will probably be pretty lucrative in general. We went through it all, through all the rewards and whatnot. We'll showcase that in the video. And there's a bunch of new contact barters. So that is quite a few new things in the season so far. Oh my god, new things! I love it! Is the game gonna wipe with season 1? Just your rank, not your stash. Ailments flash a little notification, then they go into the bottom left, just a little animation for them. Yeah, that's a good... That was weird. Auto searching when you go into like searching a body. I'm not sure I really like that. Ooh, I do not like that auto loot. Auto loot should not be a thing.
Yeah, the auto search on...
The auto search is terrible.
Grabbing a body. Yeah, I don't like that. I get what they're trying to do, but...
Not needed.
I want to choose.
I want to choose that. I hope there's a way to change that. The audio suppression when you're inside is... I don't know if it was just the particular building that I was in, but it went dead silent when I was inside. And then when you go out, you get a lot more ambient of kind of the wind and whatnot, so that'll be interesting. I don't think this is going to be good... Yeah, I need, that is a definitive audio change, holy shit. Wow, that is... Huge. A really big difference. When you're running around, you're kind of getting like clanky, clanky, clanky kind of thing from your gun moving around. There's more ambient noises. Ooh, that door audio is higher. So listen to the sound. Can you please stop shooting, sir? Hear that? It's a lot louder. Much louder. So I found that the previous door sounds were like really muffled. You can remove the contact voice volume. So when you're going into your contacts and you're going into the actual, you know, clicking Deke Vincent, you're not hearing them emote the entire time. Auto clear clickable in backpack. So when you're looking at here, you can just clear. Before you right clicked and then you could clear, but now there's just a button for it. All right, let's check this. Okay, so let's go organize.
Excuse me?
Oh my god, they changed it! Thank
What'd
you!
they change?
Fix the organize in the stash.
Thank
That's
you!
awesome.
Thank you!
Oh, thank God.
I fucking hated the other one! Yes. Oh my god, this is way better.
Positive changes. Positive.
Oh, that makes me happy. That's good. I like that. I don't know about you guys, but I fucking hated the other organize. So if you guys haven't seen this yet, when you mouse over, you can actually see just the price estimate of the item. Now, this isn't 100% accurate. It's based off the market. What I heard in mobile is that it's supposed to take the cost average of what's on the market after a period of time. So it's like 7 hours or something like that. But I don't think that's 100% working yet in PC, but the concept is still the same. But this saves you time from double clicking and looking at the item. You can just mouse over and say, okay, that's 15K, that's 15K-ish, right? As you understand the market a little bit more, it's a little bit easier. And as you can see, my muscle memory is still there with double clicking, but nonetheless, I like that idea. Missions. Oh, the missions are completely redone. Oh, okay. I just click, hold, and drag. That's cool. Oh. Wait, what the f is this? Can I set my own? Okay, so when you're in your storage, you go quick hit in the bottom left. This populates, and essentially you get a basic, advanced, and premium set. And it says every Monday at 5 UTC, so you have to do the conversion for your own. If you have fewer than 5 basic quick kits, you will receive 5 additional tickets. So I think that this is the anti-bankruptcy thing. You finish a raid after using your quick kit, the items you bring out will be kept in the retrieval screen for 24 hours. After that, they will be returned to you via mail. You won't be able to use another quick kit before your items are sent back to you. Interesting. There's different tiers, like an advanced set and a premium set. What I'd really like to see here, though, is the ability to save a loadout. Vita has new Barters. Go through all these Barters really quick. Everybody can see them. Want to look through them, they can. Okay, so it looks like you can barter for storage expansion for 1.5 mil. Activation pass 150. I'm assuming that's 150 squares. Okay. Normal keychain. That is a 2x3. Can be bartered for 1.7 mil. And storage expansion activation pass. 2.7 mil for 150 squares. So it seems like, do we get more stash? Like, is that 1 and then 2? And then plus the quest? Or maybe the quest was relocated? Permanent? Yeah, it might be. Or at least for the season? Okay, that was there. This is the last thing, and then we'll jump into a match there. So that's the check your deke and cough. There's the helmets, there's the armors, there's that. That doesn't seem too different from what I remember. I don't barter too much outside of checking deeks. But I wanted to showcase all of the barters here. The event that anybody wants to see anything. So this is Vladin. That's all on Vladin. Thomas. All the different barters. There it is right there. Randall Fisher. If I get any more options, I will showcase that too. There's the thermal imager. That 2.4 on barter. I mean, the barters are going to change, obviously, right? 320 on barter for BT6. 59k. So the barters are going to change, right? But it gives you a reference point at least. So here are the keys in TV station. Here are the new keys in Armory. I don't think any of the other ones changed. All right. Some new. Oh, look at this, eh? Oh, majestic sculpture. Plaster sculpture. This majestic sculpture is 1.5. Okay. So it's now called the mod gun area, but we're just going to go through here, just showcasing. You can see the new H416, which is right here. The MDR. There it is, right like so. We'll go more into detail a little bit later. The T03, like there's not as much to mod on this one, but still some options. Submachine guns. Let's see if there's anything new in here. Oh, the QC51. I don't recall this one. All right, we got the Vector 45. So Vector has two options, one with the 45 ammo, one with the 9mm ammo. So this is the 45 Vector. But this is the 9mm option as well. And then Marksman, we got everything looks the same there. Bolt action, everything looks the same there. The Mosin and the SJ16 got some damage nerfs. The FAL got a adjustment with some of the attachments. I don't know to what extent yet. The F2K, which is the F2000, got a buff. USA 12. This is a semi and full automatic shotgun option. We're going to have to check that one out. What do we got in the carbine? So the M96, this is a different one. This is the M96. So I don't think there's no pistols. That is the gun mod area. So what's this? Oh, look at this, eh? Oh yeah. Ooh. Hold on, let's look up some pants here. Damn! Outfit. Cool. So this is where you're going to be able to do like outfit, equipment, melee weapon, gloves, badges. They'll have like a badge, kind of previews it right there. I want to see some gloves and some knives. Get some knives going on, man. Oh yeah, weapon. Oh, look at this. Couple of examples. Accessories. Oh, you can get it on the weapon bolts. All right, cool. Oh, they do have the ornament. This is going to be a charm for the gun. I'm pretty sure. Personality? Good. Looks like you'll be able to get a bunch of different emotes. Some sprays. Can't open up that yet. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can. Sprays. Ooh, that's sick. I like that. Must have. Season 1. Can I preview these?
Ceasefire! What's new? Not bad.
Huh?
I'm in good shape. I'm hurt.
These are all just the different options here. Let's go back here. Terrain M110. Okay. A little pixelated version. Oh, we didn't have any other options here. Okay. Badge. You can put a badge on like your shoulder or like your chest rig. You can have a whole bunch. Interesting. You guys.
Hey.
Good job. Old H.
Did you just rip the fucking ball there? What was that? Oh my god.
Not bad.
Oh my
That was loud.
god.
Follow me.
Okay, that's really loud. Let's not get ourselves killed. Okay, so they got a battle pass here. Trade, claim all. So they have a free and an advanced item. So what are these? What is this card? Season points? Okay. Was that stage 10? Random armor bundle obtained at 6. Season points will be removed at the start of a new season, so use them wisely. Is this kind of like the new, or almost like rank? Oh, point store. Here it is. Okay, so we'll take a look at the store here in a sec. Let's just scroll through all this. This is 1 to 10. Random body armor bundles. And then so if you pay for the battle pass, you get some additional stuff. You can see it. It's kind of free and advanced. That's what that indicates. Basic ammo. Some more money. Oh, it looks like you double up right there. Ones, that looks like. Yep. Advanced. What is this? Basic quick kit. So looks like you do also get those tokens for the bankruptcy protection. AK-102, and it looks like you can look what's in the bundle if you just hit that little info button, buy the bundle. Okay. So this is scrolling. This actually goes up to no, higher than 100. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, no, 100. Just bad at math. Let's just keep scrolling through. We'll look at kind of the basic medical supplies, random armor bundle at level 25 again. Weekly battle pass XP limit, so you can only get 120,000 a week. So they do cap it. How much? The one level is 12,000, so I don't know if that caps it at 10 levels. We'll find this out as time goes on. Purchase and upgrade to level 10 to obtain the following. So it looks like you would purchase it, you get a level 10 boost, you'd get all the advanced BP rewards, plus the basic battle pass, and it starts you at level 10 by buying the battle pass. P90 tactical bundle. Got a P90 commander B4. That's actually not bad. Commander with a B4 tac, P90 GHO smokes. What's this one? Standard ammo. Wait, that's classified standard ammo? This is all gold ammo. Okay. We get the patch, striker winter patch that we can put on. Cool. 4 GHOs. That was the basic ammo. These are some kits, advanced quick kits. The Vector, level 35, boys. Check this out. The Vector. Cool. M110 tactical. Not bad. M110 B4 tac commander again. A couple of 67s with smokes. We're gonna scroll through this entire thing, chat. Look at it all. GS2s, 67, some cash along the way. It looks like, if I'm not tripping, it looks like you get a every 10 stage reward. And I think given the weekly battle pass XP limit, I would assume that it is 12,000 per level across the board, maybe. And then so it's limited at 10 levels per week. Therefore, you get the stage reward each week. And then there's probably a catch-up mechanic like the ranking is. Like if you don't play for 2 weeks, you can actually obtain all 3 weeks as like a catch-up thing. That's what I'm thinking. So anyways, advanced. Oh, wow. We got to look through this. Sorry. I'm going to actually bounce back a little bit here. So basic ammo bundle choice. So basic is purple, standard is gold. That is there. You get an M4 as well. Oh wow, an entire bundle. That's the contents in here? That's quite juicy. What is that? Tier 4? That's not bad. Like an M4, tier 4 across the board. Full kit, ready to go, commander. Let's go to the 20. Basic ammo again, that's purple. With a MPX build. Much the same, tier 4, across the board, commander, B4s, etc. Not bad. What are the attachments here? 50 drum, triangle grip with a PK, lightweight skeletal. It's not bad. Like, not bad. I would change the sight and you could put a different end on it, like a suppressor if you wanted. 30, same thing. Let's see, basic ammo. Going up to 40 here. So you get a bunch of AP6 for free. All-terrain digital 2 accessory skin case. Interesting. So this is a handle. Or buttstock. Or maybe both. I don't know exactly how that's working. Dining room key. Look at that. Oh, nice. I'll check that in a sec. MP5. Let's look at this bundle here. VSS tech. Oh, wow. For level 45, you get a VSS. What is that? Scope, 3 times hollow. Get GS2, FA multi, some GHOs. Not bad. Like, decent. Is that 45? This bundle, MPX gear bundle. PX, pretty decked out. Not bad. A 3-time hollow on this MPX. An aluminum laser. Interesting. Basic ammo is up there. This is the level 50 bundle. Wow, nice. Okay. Some tier 4s across the board with VSS, travel, B4 tac, some nades. Commander, painkillers, 150k. What is this? Commander, yeah, 51 with a GS2. I mean, if you play the game, it seems like the battle pass might be pretty worth. K74N. Surprising that this is up this high. Would have changed that around, but oh well. M110 bundle pack, much the same as before. Go up to level 60. What is this? Some BP ammo, 5.4. All-terrain digital accessory skin case. Again at 60. This is a mag for an M110. And then this is like a gun rail. I'm not 100% sure. It's kind of, what is this, M110? 110, MPX maybe? I'm not sure. Top of my head. Commanders again, lots of season points. We're going to check out the store here in a sec. Show you guys that. 65, random body armor. Okay, there it is. Bunch of tier 4 options. FAL tac bundle with a GS2, FA multi, GHO smoke grenades. What's on this FAL? This FAL's pretty goated. Got a 1.4 on it with a triflex. 50 drum. Oh wow, it's got the good carbine stock too. Got the recoil pad on it. Not bad. Pretty good. That's level 65. Keep scrolling. We've got here MPX gear bundle, tier 4 across the board. Not bad. Keep scrolling. Level 70 AK-102 tac bundle. Okay. Pretty basic. Commander B4. What's this here? Oh, it's a spray. We get a spray at level 70. Okay, a must-have spray. Cool. What are those commanders? Yep. Keep scrolling. Some more advanced quick kits. Again, we spoke about the quick kits. You find that in your storage. You can use these tokens, kind of like a anti-bankruptcy thing. A FAL at level 75. Simpler of a FAL, still really strong. VSS tac bundle as well. GS2s, VSS, multi. Rolling along here. M4 gear bundle. This is the M4 here. The 1-4. It's at level 78. And so it goes up to 80. It goes up to 80. I'm terrible at math, but here we are, 74 bundle. The level 80. Seems like it doesn't give you anything higher than a tier 4, like some of the armors. Mostly tier 4s. But that's not entirely bad. And then at level 80, you also get an all-terrain M110 digital skin. Now, do you get them all? I think? I don't know. Not 100% sure how that works. It doesn't seem like it's the... Oh no, it is the mag too. Not 100% sure. Stat on the armor. I don't think it's new. 6B23. I think it just looks different. Because there's a 6B23 and 6B13. So I think that that's the same. I'll take a look through all that other stuff here in a moment. Point store though. So all of those points throughout the battle pass here, all these like little blue things give you points. So this is like 100 points. This goes into the point store. Point store looks a lot like the ranking store. It's looking like you can, you know, rather than buying crates, you buy bundles of different things, like an armor bundle, like so. That's a tier 3 weekly purchase. Some meds. Helmet looks like tier 4 across the board. Wait, no, yep, tier 4 across the board. It seems like you contains a random class helmet. The bundle expires. Okay. But it expires on April 14th, 2025. So maybe that's an indicator for the next season. So that's the helmet. Ammo choice. Allows you to pick. Okay, so it states whether or not you can pick it or not. It's either random or picking it. Weapon choice. Mini 14 all the way through Vector. Like the 45 and the MP9 option. Or not MP9, 9mm option. 45 and 9mm. Vector can do both. Depending on the gun version. Here we go, the 2-3-13, you get to choose, or no, random piece. Armor, weapon choice. Honestly, not like crazy things that you can buy. They'll probably expand this store option to some degree. The MDR is right there too. Some foul options. But I mean, it's something, right? Like it keeps a trickle of gear coming in, out. Oh, wait. Limited time options. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Oh, down here, I see. The bottom left, rare advanced items. Okay, so there's two categories actually. This restock, 73 hours. Limited time items, that's what we just went through. If you keep scrolling, or you just click right here, brings you into rare advanced items. So medical supply. Okay, some stims and all that. Allows a selection of premium medical supplies. Armor, tier 4s again. Ammo. Kind of some similarities that we're seeing here. Different guns, M4, foul, MDR. It looks like you can actually look into the actual item. See what guns it is. Now there is a limit to the weekly purchases that you can do for these types of things. M110 bundle, much like before again. Look up the actual item to see what attachments it comes with. M4 with tier 4s across the board. What's this one? Choice full bundle. Open to choose a class 4 full bundle. Interesting. You get all of these items in this bundle, or all the M4, or the AK-102, MPX, or VSS. That's kind of neat. Same thing before. Tier 4s though, B4 tax, tier 4 helmets. And then of class 5. So this is a season limit 2. You can only do this twice. And it looks like it gives you a foul with a 926, FA assault helm, B6 tac commander, Chapman, and some other things. And what kind of gun here? What are we looking at? 50 drum tilt mag. Yeah, pretty decent build. Pretty strong build. Okay, so that's the store in the battle pass. So that is the battle pass, boys. And it looks like to purchase it, it looks like it's 900 tokens. What is that, $9? I want to see how the spray is. Play 70. A little bit of a horizontal. Little horizontal, so the horizontal needs to be improved. Go to the gun modding bench. I don't know why I keep calling it otherwise. So what are some things that we can do to increase the horizontal without breaking the bank? Carbine stock is great for it. AR precision stock. Ooh, that's an expensive one though. The industrial stock though, that looks decent. A pretty good option. That's pretty decent. Not even holding breath on those. Hip fire stability seems kind of low. I don't know. Okay. How much is the expensive stock? This gun would be fucking expensive the way that it is right now. The horizontal seems to be a little all over the place. Vertical is really good on this gun, it seems. The like 70 or 50 yards, right? I'm holding breath. I did not correct aim at all, and that's kind of how it went. I mean, that's with a pretty good setup. Like the bougie kind of pad and everything, which can be really expensive. However, the vertical didn't seem too bad, even with shittier stocks and poor, like, kind of recoil and whatnot. It's mostly the horizontal variable on this gun. breath while full auto helps, yes. Stabilizes. So I'll do it this way with no holding breath. Holding breath. Yeah, the kick is different. Like there's still a difference, right? But you can see holding breath definitely helps. I will say, like, the tapping is pretty accurate. Huh? Oops. What else I want to take a look up? So MDR. Ooh, that horizontal recoil is rough. Right out of the rip, 25. Now, a key thing to note is so a key thing to know is that the values aren't like default across everything. So like a 75 vertical recoil on an MDR will not be the same for, say, the HK, you know, or any gun for that matter. It's all exclusive to just itself, which is a little weird. I would rather actually things to be quote unquote 1-for-1, so then you know how they stack up against each gun, so to speak, because it would be a 1-for-1 value, but regardless. And again, like, you know, prices for these guns are going to vary so much by the time that it goes to market. You know, certain things are going to become more popular than others, and it's just going to, you know, it's just going to change the way or the cost or the viability of a particular gun. So it just kind of depends. Like, again, these lightweight verticals are always expensive, always really good, but the tilt front grips are always really good too for horizontal and whatnot. And they're normally a little bit more expensive. I found for me, the triangle or the lightweight are kind of that sweet spot in terms of cost. So I go with the triangle quite often. But yeah, you can see in here, like, it'll give you like a skin option to select. And there's a way to auto skin that on the main storage for the actual game here. So triangle stock. I kind of wanted to see what this triangle precision sight looks like. All the different mags. Normally it just affects ergo and maybe some weight. Be like -4 for a bigger drum, so to speak. It looks like this is just heavier, the 40 mag, but not necessarily. Not necessarily worse ergo. So weird they made the MDR a 5.6. There's a lot of guns that use the 5.6 now. Yeah. This is kind of a low horizontal. Alright, so this is the triangle. Not bad. Ooh. That's a pretty big recoil. Definitely not as accurate. I'm sure there's a little more that I could do to make this a little bougier. Definitely think see how crazy we can go with that. So let's do like the most expensive everything. Just gonna go red dot, so it's like kind of default. There's no skin for that, no skin or no so an extended barrel. Seems like the effective range changes. Mm-hmm. 9 and 6. No. Choose barrel first. Well, yeah, I'm doing the short barrel right now. I was just looking at it. Definitely not bad as you start to increase it. The horizontal's a little wild still at 40, but that's at 50 meters, by the way, so it should be on 0 distance. So all I'm doing is I'm pulling down the gun to center it right after the initial spray. That's why it's kind of like so. And then that's me just holding. So it's pretty comparative to the HK14, but I would say that the HK is probably more expensive than this MDR. Let's try the long barrel here. Oh my god, I need to fucking save this, bro, so I don't have to keep doing this. I'm being dumb here. Or wait, hold on. Barrel. Alright, let's see. There's actually not much to put on this thing. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it's essentially your barrel, your grip, and your tip. That's about it. And your sight. Everything else is like the default. MDR is in the same way, yeah. Alright, let's see how this is. Honestly, very similar. I think where we're going to see the difference is probably the short barrel, long barrel, firing power, perhaps? No? Probably a difference in damage, I would imagine. 76 on long. 76, maybe over distance. 61 on long. No. It does say effective range is a little longer on the long, so it's probably over 100. That's the thing with the testing range. You can only do up to 100 essentially. Or it's like 108 or something if you're like way back here. But yeah, 108. 61 still. So we can only test so far. But MDR, I mean, again, it looks like the HK and the MDR both have a little horizontal over 50 spread, but overall pretty easy to control. Holding breath, that is. And we're kind of going the top. The top items, I would say that HK14 is probably running like, I don't know, probably 350. This is probably running two and change maybe. Hey Sathish, how are you? Yeah, we're just testing guns right now. Testing guns. Waking up for the day, testing guns. All right, let's look at this T03 standard. All right, so let's see what's on this bad boy. So it doesn't look like this has too many things either. It does look like it's got a bit of a bougie stock. No skin there. Oh, this looks like it's this almost reminds me of a T951, to be honest. T951 doesn't have too many things. Oh, I can actually run the T951 muzzle flash. That's so random. Interesting. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. T951, I'm pretty sure this is the same magazine too, the T series. Okay, well, good to know. Okay, so this seems to be, again, price quote in and around 200K. It's hard to really say. Yeah, there's a new shotgun too. So we're going to do a spray. This is kind of the best of the best on the T03. What we're running. About 200, those are the stats. At 60 horizontal, 86 otherwise. Okay. So we're holding. A little bit of a blast pattern here almost. Definitely not as in a line. Recoil feels okay when you're shooting it. Jumps quite a bit once you settle it though. Pretty accurate if you one click though. So that could be deadly on a one click. A little off on there. Bad. Yeah, I'm shooting a little too high. What gun is that? That's the T03. Like I feel like if I was to play this gun, I'd probably one click it a lot. Tap, tap, tap kind of thing. Wait, why is my hold breath not working? Oh, I have no stamina there. Here. Has recoil full auto? We just did it. A little bit of a spray pattern, almost like it's a little all over. For the most part, this is 50, so it should be, you know, 0 on sight over bore kind of thing. But it seems like pretty accurate on the one clicks though. So yeah, if you had good ammo in there, single click. That's without holding breath even. The QC61. This one's new, right? I don't remember this. Wow, you can actually outfit this quite a bit. The heck? What a bougie stock, bro. We're putting on the best of the best just to see. Jeez. This is some pretty high stats. So this takes 76225. Interesting. Ah, whoops. Oh my god. You know what? This. Oh, this is the first time. Damn it. All right. Crazy fast. This marker QC 61 preview. So crazy fast ergo. Again, I'm outfitting these guns with nearly the best stuff, with maybe the exception of the HK preview that we did. But the QC 61, this is pretty much fully kitted. You can see it's a 9188. Ergo's really high, hipfire 64. So again, you know, these reference prices, it's tough to say, like it's going to be more expensive than this, but reference price is 160. So let's give it a rip. Woo! She jumps quite a bit. I had to pull down quite a bit to get back into range on the target here at 50. But you can see definitely not a long range IMO. That's pretty rough. Not a bad single tap though. Not a bad single tap at all. Was that 44 at close? 44 at long. I'm also using AKBS. Oof. That ergo is insane. Like, I'm not losing stamina drain that much. An interesting gun. Interesting gun. I think, you know, if you farted around with some of the attachments on this gun, I have a feeling it, like, even if you didn't go super bougie, I feel like you would still have kind of close to the same control. That's how sometimes these types of guns go. Got a 7.62 round, so it's going to punch a little bit. I mean, 44 to the head there, as we said, and at long range. Long range isn't the best, but I could see this kind of being a little nasty close. Like, look at that, like... Oh, that's a ricochet. Like, I'm able to control that, even moving quite a bit. There's not a ton of sway. Oh, interesting. I like, look at that. That drift feels nice. I actually, like, that's one thing that I struggle with, because, like, I've played a ton of Counter-Strike in the past, and, like, you don't have to deal with certain things like leaning, or, you know, your cursor is where it is. Like, your crosshair is where it is. Whereas, like, when you're moving, you know, you get a bob and all that stuff. So it's something that I'm, like, not as used to. And let me tell you, this is, that's feeling comfortable. Oh my god, I'm shooting all around him. Interesting. Interesting. Have to mess around with this gun a little bit. This one kind of surprised me, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so that's that. That's the QC6 one. That one kind of surprised me. All right, let's talk about the Vector here. Vector comes in two different forms, the Vector 45 and the Vector 9mm. So we're going to look at the 45 here first. Looks like low firing power. It's got 1100 RPM, which is kind of crazy. Let's look at what we can actually outfit it. Now, I'm testing all of these guns kind of at its max, like best overall stats, so to speak. Now we're kind of doing it quick, so I might miss something here and there. Well, it looks like the grips can't be the same necessarily. Like vertical might be the best here. Oh, actually the RK. Yeah, let's try that. It's a standard barrel here. Okay, we got carbine and a short version. I'll go with the long version here, looking all funky. Maybe looking at that, it kind of looks a little weird. No, can't do the handguard. With the Vector bottom conflicting with? Am I blind? What is that? Is that the upper receiver? Hold on, I want to fart around with this. Oh, conflicts with this. Hold on. Where the heck did it go? Am I blind? Here we go. Alright, there we go. Handguards. So, can I not put... Interesting. Where's James? Probably still sleeping, yeah. What's up, Desiren? How you doing, man? Good morning, friend. Dude, it's almost like hard to see here. A little overwhelming with how many things are. I could kind of zoom in. Attack accessory, the base, I can't put something there. The vector side, I can't put something there. This one's kind of a weird one. Excuse me. Here we go. That's what I was looking for. One can be done up quite differently. All right, rear sight, not triangle. Go with that. Your content looking good, buddy. Yes, sir. All right, let's see this. Ergo's not bad. So this is the long barrel version of the 45, and I'm just looking to showcase the guns in kind of a generic format to show how they kind of work and the rough prices. Now this is saying 130K. I really think that this is off all of these. I have to say it every time because the market is the market, right? Like these prices are references. They're not always entirely accurate. These prices can change quite a bit. Like this lightweight tactical vertical front grip, it says 35K, but I've seen this thing sell for like 70K. So it just kind of depends. But I'm just looking to kind of on average outfit these at the top line, and then you kind of know a reference point from there. So this is the long barrel version. Long barrel version is giving still firing power low. I thought it might change to medium, but it doesn't seem as such. Now the 45 bullet doesn't, this is just FMJ, so I'm not doing anything crazy on ammo wise, but we'll just quickly shoot someone in the head. And that was 55 damage, okay. 49 damage. 49. Okay, so 50, let's see. Oh my god, that thing's a laser. Not a lot of vertical sway. Horizontal, yeah. Damn. That's pretty nice. Tap isn't too bad either. I could see this being crazy for like dum-dum rounds. I know that this is the 45 version of it, but yeah, you know, you'd have to fuck around with, but that shot rate is insane. And that spray is pretty nuts. So the only adjustments that I'm making is pulling down to get back into. And the pull down isn't too bad. We're gonna wait for some stamina and do it one more time. So this is the long barrel. Long barrel version of the 45 vector. Now I'm assuming the outfitting is going to be pretty similar to the 45 and 9mm. I could be wrong in assuming here, but we'll mess around with it. Sure, show a burst with no drag. Sure, I'm gonna hold breath right now. Like so. That's what it looks like. So the kick is pretty high. Once you control it past that initial first few. That's what you're running into. So that's a 2-round burst. First shot accurate, second one pops. So Know what you're looking at. So, pending damage thresholds and whatnot. Little lady S-Sway just sitting there. But I'm also kind of low on hunger, so I'm going to actually back out. Start that over, but that's the vector. That horizontal wiggle is pretty good for leg meta. Yeah, I really think that those are going to be done on maybe a little bit more leg meta for a vector. That might take over the new. Over the MP5s. Alright, so let's go over to the Vector 9mm. Hey, Martin. Thanks, man. You have a great day, too. God, this flu just will not fully break. It's in my lungs right now, and it's rough. All right, so the Vector 9mm SMG. So right off the bat, we got medium firing power. It's about 950 RPM, and those are kind of the base stats. 2-round burst, semi, and full auto. Let's go in and mess around with some of the mods here. Now, I might not be making this to everyone's liking, but at the end of the day, what I'm kind of looking for is just to try to outfit it with some of the top stats that we can. Just at a quick glance, people can fart around with it a little bit more, but do the muzzle brake there. Playing around here a little bit. Are there any grip options? Even with, there are no handguards? Oh yeah, here we are. Let's remove that. Put this on. This is where I struggled last time. On the side, why do I keep forgetting this build here? Base underneath. No, that's attack accessory. Why am I missing this one every time? Can't do it because of that handguard. I do it. We're gonna have to go with the Vector MK5 extended handguard to get a grip. And we can get a grip from there, which is gonna be like so. That looks to be the top. You get the options on the Vector 50 round drum. Jesus. And the G50 round. We don't really need to worry about that right now, but alright, so let's put a hollow on there. That's what we're looking for. Medium didn't look like it changed even with the long barrel. Sometimes you get a power increase by changing the barrel. And again, you know, this is kind of what we're looking at on the Vector. It says 120k, but obviously it's going to be a little bit more. I have to say it every time. This is PSO ammo, so nothing crazy. Again, we're just kind of testing the top kind of control of the gun, and in terms of damage, there's so many variables that come into play. But 54 damage on the head with PSO ammo. A little bit higher than the 45, I believe. The 45 was like, what, high 40s? A little bit of a kick. Play around with this. That was like 49, the last one. Alright, so we're holding breath. Sways a little left. That's what you tell the tailor. 50. Little to the left. But once you bring down that initial spray, much the same, a little horizontal kind of sway. Again, I could see this being pretty strong for dum-dum rounds or even 7N. Be probably pretty strong. We're going to reset this. Gonna do a burst, no pull down. You can see how much it goes up high, like so. We're gonna try 2-round burst, holding breath. I hate that. It's actually terrible. That first one is the only one that's hitting. It's really janky. Semi, holding breath. Let me reset that because I kind of moved. Not going to move the mouse, just tap. So that looks good. Got the fully automatic, can do the same thing. You can pretty much achieve the same thing. You just got to be a quick click. That's about it. Out of stamina a little bit there. Not bad. You know, try this one. I haven't been trying all the other ones, but let's try this one. Okay, so 7N 47. What? Base damage is higher on the PSOs. That's why. So, really the pierce level difference. Accuracy is a little bit higher. So the 7N is a little bit, this is why I didn't really want to go too much into the damage testing, because that opens up a whole other... I'm trying to change my lean here from left to right with the flick. There it is. A little hard to do. Bad so far. Kind of interested to see how these would be for lag meta. Okay, so that's kind of the vector. The vector in a nutshell. Which one do I like more? I don't know. I really don't know. Vector 45 or the Vector 9. I felt like they felt pretty similar. Pretty similar. I still think that the 45 might be an interesting leg meta. Yeah, and it's got the higher RPM. Got kind of the 45 in general has like crappier ammo in terms of like pierce level. I feel that it's kind of complementary. I mean, the 9 do have dum-dum rounds, but 45 might be a cheap ammo to grab. So marksman, bolt rifle, nothing changed there. I mean, there are some adjustments to like the Mosin damage apparently and all that jazz, but we're just looking at the new guns. We're on to the shotgun category now. USA 12. Let's take a look. All right, so this is the semi and full automatic shotgun. Almost looks like a rifle. Just like before, we're going to set this all up with the top of the top. Almost reminds me of a T951 structure with the top rail here. See if there's sometimes there's not too much to change. Let's just do a quick glance over here. Change that charging handle. That on there. Take the grip. I think it's going to be the lightweight again. Yeah, let's do that. Muzzle. Could do. The suppressor. You know, let's do it because I think a lot of people like the suppressor when it comes to these types. So there doesn't seem to be any other rail system at the top, so it's pretty bare bones. Not too many things that you can really change on this guy. Take a look at the stock here. It looks like a couple of pad options at the end. We'll put that on there. No handle, no real like full barrel change or anything like that. So this is kind of what we're looking at when it comes to it. All right, let's take a look. Funky little, yeah, reminds me of the T951. Ergo's pretty high though. Let's look at the gun. Here's the gun. It says around 150. I would argue that that's probably a little higher. As mentioned a little bit before, the lightweight tack front grip. You know, I've seen it go inwards of 70k, so it really depends on supply and demand. Red dots anywhere from 20k range to, you know, 50, 60k range depending on the supply. So that alone can push up this to quite a bit. Let's look at the actual ammo. Buckshot type 7. Now we're just gonna kind of leave that in there. I'm not too worried about the damage. But I have heard that this thing does clap, so semi and fully automatic options. We're just gonna go ahead and let it rip here in a sec. Go back over to here. Impact points are reset. Now this is 50. It's not a good representation, but one shot. That's what it looks like. I'm gonna hold it down now. Hot damn. That's without cursor. So I'm going to show you two versions. One with me correcting 2. Here it is, holding breath. That's correcting 2 at 50. Obviously you probably won't spray that way. Me holding without. As you can see, it goes up quite a bit. I'm going to one tap it. Probably much the same as the spray when you hold down. Now semi, I'm not too worried because honestly I can hit semi on full automatic. However, we're going to bring this forward a little bit. You can see the bore over sight even being right there too. So like I'm looking right at it and you can see the spray wasn't even hitting it. So I'm going to shoot once. You can see that it's actually south of that because that's what sight over bore is for anybody that doesn't know. When you look at the distance there, 50 meters. 50 meters means that the barrel of my gun, my bullet, and my crosshair will come to a point. So if you're before that distance, the shot is going to be low. If you're past that distance, the shot will go high. That is what that is. Let me get my stamina back, and then we're just going to let this rip on this thing. Try it at 5 and 25 because it's a shotgun, a little different than the other tests. Okay, let's go. Holding breath. Yeah, that's... I did a small correction. No correction this time. That's pretty tight, dude. My God, why was that so loud? What the hell was that? It was so loud. Okay, I'm gonna no correction. So you really got to pull down on that if you're gonna let it rip. So let's do that. So even at 25 meters, like That's quite a bit of spread. So I would say, you know, under 25 meters, if you let this thing rip, you're going to do some damage. I'd have to try this. I haven't messed around with a lot of shotguns lately, but this auto is, that's kind of nasty, man. That shot rate's pretty high. Like, what is it? 275? It feels higher than that. But like, look at that. Just a hip fire burst, dude. Like, look at that. That's pretty good. Like, most of your fights are going to be in and around this range right here. Like, that's pretty nasty. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that cluster is there, man. It's on Armory or something close range would be insane, dude. Pretty nasty. Let me try to get a headshot here. 40. And that is with, what did I say? Type 7 buckshot. So, you know, take it for what it is. Obviously, lots of difference depending on the damage of the bullet. But, not bad. That's kind of a cool one. I like that. Okay, so that was a shotgun. Let's look into the carbines here now. Looks like we got the M96, I think is the only new one here. So let's take a peek. M96. All right, so this is the M96 carbine. Looks like we got high firing power. 3-round burst. Now, I'm not normally a big fan of 3-round burst, but I'm gonna be honest. This looks like there's not a lot of things you can do with this. Is this pretty much what it is? Wow. So it is just this. Is this for real? No options. Low RPM, 5.6 caliber. No options, really. Just a sight. And mag. We're looking at the 5.6. So let's look. Season 1 is not going to wipe. Just gonna reset the ring. Alright, so FMJ hunting. That is what we have. We're just gonna pull one bullet out. There it is. This is what we're looking at. Alright, so it's only got one. This is what the gun essentially looks like. It's only got one firing mode, which is the 3-round burst. Kind of a janky little setup. So we're going to do 50. I'm not going to correct. I'm just going to shoot once. So first point was on point. The other two missed. Let me try to pull it down. Same thing. I'm going to reset just to be sure. That's pretty tough to hold down. Yeah, I got all three on there. You had to pull down quite quick, like a really quick zip down. That's at 50 meters. And even if you want to single tap it, you're left with a 3 tap, like so. Look at what the damage is here close. That's a 55. Let's see far. 50. So there's a bit of a drop off over distance. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. I don't think I would use it. You'd really have to pull down. You play with the distance here a little bit. It's a really weird one. Yeah, I'm not sure I would really use this one. I would say so far out of all the guns, this is my least favorite. That's the M96. Yeah, I'm not sure I like that one at all. Alright, so that's the carbine, M96 new, and pistol, I don't think there was anything new. So that kind of concludes all of the guns in the gun range. Favorite ones, I would probably say I'm vibing the H416. The MDR seemed pretty similar in terms of feel to the H416. I think the MDR had a little bit more kick. Both failed a little bit in the horizontal control, but vertical was fantastic. When it came to the T-03, it was okay. There wasn't a ton of options for the T-03, but controlled okay overall, I suppose. In terms of the submachine guns, though, I was vibing the Vectors. I think the 45 and the Vector 9 have good options for leg meta. One that surprised me, though, is this QC61. QC61, the control on it felt really nice. Like the red dot didn't have a lot of sway, even when I was like side strafing and moving and changing up direction and whatnot. Like that's normally where you can see big sway, but it was actually really tight. And the ergo and everything was pretty dang good. It is a 7.62. Can't remember off the top of my head what the firing power was when we were just testing it a moment ago. But the 7.62 round is a little bit better. So something I'm kind of curious about trying this one out. There was a bit of quite a few attachments that you could kind of add to it. Not a ton, but a decent amount of adjustment. But I'm just not sure in launch if some of these parts are going to be super pricey. But I think I might mess around with this one. This one was kind of an interesting one. I think this one that surprised me the most, the QC6 one, out of all of the guns. I would say that the USAS 12 seems like it's gonna bang. Seems like this is gonna be a pretty good shoddy to roll. I'm not gonna lie. The automatic pops fast, and the hip fire is pretty nasty on this one. So I would say out of the top, I think this one really intrigues me. I would say the QC gun kind of intrigues me just because of the control on it that I was feeling when we were outfitting it. The vectors are pretty interesting for leg meta as well. And the H416 MDR felt pretty comfortable too. So we'll have to mess around with them a little bit more. But that's kind of all that in a nutshell. Did they change anything to make me better in team play game? I mean, I'm pretty sure they added like an extra 100 HP on content creators.